Blockies can be a little challenging at first when you're new to the system. Every side of these packages are just decorated so well. There's T-Rex busting out of the crate, you got your Jurassic World logo up front, the collection there. So the case will give you 12 figures, but there may actually be 16 in total in the collection. Kind of vague on that, I'm not sure what's happening yet. I do wish their box designs weren't so destructible. Usually unboxing these just tears apart the packaging. But in this case, I've got a clean open for our first find. Blockie's official desiccant, don't eat. Depending how they do each series, it's always a little different. This case, we have a card included, the build card. And I think we might have pulled great here. We're going to start with the T-Rex, Tyrannosaurus. Sometimes they keep the build cards in packages, sometimes they don't have the instructions on card. That's pretty nice and handy. And other times they just have one generic instruction thing and build them from there. So how many pieces builds us a Rex? Oh my gosh, there's more than I thought. Because these dinos looking so small, I just assumed they were going to be like 5, 6 pieces, 10 maybe max, but we've got, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 7, 9, 7, 6, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3. I think I'm counting 18 pieces for the Tyrannosaurus Rex. So how do you do this? How do you do this when you're new to blocking? Well, the best thing to do for me is to map out kind of where everything goes. So obviously you got this giant torso section. That's probably going to be in the middle. Tail in the back. I think this has got to be a giant T-Rex head over here. Not too worried about the itty-bitty tiny forearms. This might be a challenge. We've got 2 T separators that are going to build in either side. I'm not sure which yet. We'll figure that out. Legs might be kind of tricky too. We've got 2 hip bones. I'm just going to guess for now which side goes to. They gave Cookie Monster googly eyes. Get out of here, Cookie. Torso time. So they have the larger T placement here in the back. I imagine every dino is going to be different from this. And then this one maybe up front. And then place on over the body. And now tail. So this third piece was part of the tail that I couldn't identify. And clunk it all in together. Starting to see a Rex here. The legs are going to be the most trickiest. They're giving me some images though for left and right, and I think I footprinted them out. They're going to just be single side-by-side pieces that click in. I think that's right. I even got a little cute little T-Rex dew claw sticking out. Why do I always fail so hard with left and right? But I think I've got it. So you're right. Now it's just up to placing on the appendages. We should be in the clear. Impressive for such a small-scale Tyrannosaurus Rex model build. The modeling sculpting detail is pretty scaly, a lot of skinny, a lot of Rexy, and with the Blockie's build style, lots of articulation, closing mouth, moving forearms, legs move at hips, ankles, and knees, and tail that does a little that. Wag, wag, wag. So well done for their size. Blockies is going to go far with Jurassic World, I can tell. With this miniature series starting it off, and I think they have some larger builds upcoming. They're really going to be premier in the Jurassic World model building space, aren't they? So we have a great looking Rex to start. Let's begin to pull and build another. Did you find a Rex in the same place I did in the box? I do not believe they use a code system, so who knows what each box will find. More delicious Blockie's desiccant. Do not ingest. And for our second build, you're not going to believe our luck right now. I tell you, I'm just randomly pulling these, and now we've got the Spinosaurus. So we pretty much pulled 2 of the biggest mummies of Jurassic World. Look at these guys. I don't know. I just always say all the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park are female. But then we get into a heated debate whether a certain dinosaur was male or not because of later experiments and directors saying he and blah blah blah. Well, this is odd. Does this one have fossils inside? What is this? This is like a full-on vertebrae. Okay, so that's what it is. Trying to read the rules here. These 6 boxes right here will have extra pieces to build the full fossil system of a Tyrannosaurus Rex. So we have like maybe the back fossil of the Rex with this Spinosaurus build. You can tell they're labeled with these little green footprints. So we gotta open up this whole box to build it. And so here's a peeled apart Spinosaurus. If you've ever wanted to see one, hope I got my lefts and rights again. The biggest key is patience with these. Well, I would say even more impressive than the T-Rex, the Spinosaurus is on the table. What bite power this one has, modeled after probably Jurassic World Rebirth, a little more of a modern style Spinosaurus. Oh, did I say I found the Super Colossal Spino for $25 on a Black Friday deal? Who got that one? Incredible. And so yeah, there they are. We are now on the hunt for more fossil sections of a Tyrannosaurus Rex. And what do we got for our next pull, Marmalade? We've got this box right here. Ramp goes down. And the T-Rex. Honestly, the footprints are pretty stable on these. I just have a very tippy table. Whoa, that could be blue. That's odd. I see maybe another spine. What do we got? It is. What? Did we find something rare? This is Spinosaurus TSD10, and we had checked out Spinosaurus TSD9, 10, and what say we have in here? All in light glowing blue. Okay, so it's on the box, I just missed it. Lower corner there, Spinosaurus 1 in 12 in light blue. So often at Blockies there is a rare figure in series. That one is generally released, but there is in here somewhere a 1 in 144 Tyrannosaurus Rex with goat, and maybe blue with beta there. Those are both going to be extremely hard to find. 144, how many shell boxes would that be? 5, 6, 7, 8 before you may just run into one? Although we did find this Tyrannosaurus Rex, which was a 5 in 144, if you could do the math there. So it's a little weird. Generally, when I pick up a full box collection, you get pretty much everything you want to get. I wonder what sort of genetic mishap happened here, by the way. So pretty funny, we built this one right after we had built the original, but it gives us a great chance at looking at Blockies variants, how they do them. Here is your regular, and here is one in a very pretty blue. Dr. Wu that day was working late, and he accidentally dropped his mouthwash into the solution and created this blue beast of minty pleasure. It's fun getting the weird ones, isn't it? So what's going to finish the front row? You have to find a vehicle build, and that would be pretty fun to find. And or more dinosaur, of course. Or maybe, just maybe, we'll find a beta. There's such fun anticipation with these. Who is under the bag? It is none other than, I think it is a Velociraptor. I think we found blue. Brown, depending on what plastic we get with this one. Interesting, this desiccant bag a little bit larger than the other. Tune into my next review of desiccant bags. So there possibly could be like a 1 out of 144 chance that we found a blue and a beta, but it doesn't look that way. Oh, these are some small pieces. Be warned, this one is using some very micro pin and ball posts, so watch it out when you open a bag if you lose those. Although I'm guessing they usually give you an extra one, so we'll see how that goes. So what is this? What is this pile of dino debris? With these giant hip bones here, I believe we found another piece of the puzzle for our fossil Rex. So this must be the 1 in 12 Velociraptor build in brown. Blue in brown. It's got blue's card, but it's in brown. What is that, Echo? Or, oh, I get this mixed up every time. Let's just organize these parts.
I can't believe it. He actually got it together. Well, just mapped out. Only Raptor intelligence could build the full model. Let's see how he does.
Something may not come back from it.
We did it. We'll all be an extinct dinosaur. We all will be. Oh.
And a nice little smaller Velociraptor Skittle build. I'll tell you, it was really nice having only 2 pieces for the legs this time instead of 3. Kind of smoothed out the build a lot faster. A little bit larger claw arms there. Still opening and closing. Mouth, stumpy tail. I'm not sure if I got that on the right rotation. Really nice though, nice little cute build. And everything else here left over for the build of the Rex fossil. Gotta watch those pins, do not want to lose those. So we got through the front row so far, and I popped open the displayer. I'm pretty sure I'm enjoying these so much, I'm pretty sure I'm going to buy a full another box. They only run $40. That sounds about right. That divides out to about $3.33 per dinosaur. If the blocky Transformers run about $5 to $10, that would probably be equivalent to where they should be. So I popped open the display box so that I can see it better. And yeah, I'm enjoying these quite a bit. Let's see another row. Everything in the front row too is pretty much the all-stars of the dino builds. Van found our first vehicle. No, wait, a Stygimoloch. Okay, this is just advanced clever. We've got a Stygimoloch, and the Moloch comes with a cage to Stiggy with it. I love creative ideas like that. And probably on par with the Raptor build in pieces. Each build a little subtly different, got kind of a neck piece going on with the head that's already pieced together, but the rest kind of in sequence with the others. Note to self and others, make sure you follow the directions to the exact order, getting that jaw on first, and then the spiky headpiece. Ouch! Is that blood? In this case, I wish they would have the jaw on first, and then the spiky headpiece. Ouch! Is that blood? In this case, I wish they would have given it some paint, some white on its upper armor-depleted skull. I think that would have enhanced this one. We've got this cage built though, so I can forgive the paint. Whoops, a little packaging glue went crazy, or is that Stygimoloch slime? So how do we fit this? With its legs, it's a really tight fit. I don't know. How do you smash this guy in here? Maybe just have him ride inside the basket? Okay, that's as close as I think I'm gonna get this one. I've got its legs like pulled back and squished, but it just wants to pop back open. This Stiggy does not want to stay in. I like the slime though, if that's on purpose or not. I don't want to force plastic, so I'll just leave it out as an extra little neat scenery accessory. So we go with our second row box. Oh, to find a goat. Another grill, and might be our first vehicle. It's a heavy-duty transporter vehicle. Nice truck. I wonder if you just take the dinosaur in pieces and then put it in the truck bed. That might be easier. A little complicated, actually. Let's see what it has here. Just when we get comfortable building dinosaurs, we're now building trucks. And more importantly, it is another piece to our... I read it. And a fun transport build, given off to some Zuru Dino Strike vibes in this series with some dinosaurs and then a few vehicles included. It has that kind of that same structure to the series, but a lot more realism in the models. They're a lot more intricate and fun to build. I think that's our same grill piece too, to carry a dinosaur, except for they're just so small and tight. I wish those were just a little larger. And most importantly, more fossils for our Rex. I'm just putting these in this little container to keep them all steady. Next up. Fascinating. A fossil Stegosaurus. And of course, the Decimus. Gotta have more of that. How is this gonna build? Let's get on black so we can see this one. Love the fossil builds, love the variety, love this tiny print. Pretty sure this is going to be the most challenging of builds. I've got 21 pieces in here, probably extra, so 20 pieces. I've initially guesstimated the place location of all the fossil pieces, but I'm sure there's going to be some switching here. So let's try my best to follow the guide. We'll start with the spine and the front rib cage. Then some of the small pin pieces, posted pins up front. Listen for snapping on those. Press into the table and hear a pop. These are interesting. These must be shoulder plate blades. I should know this. I've seen a fossil up close. Everything is super tight fitting. Fingers are going to be so sore at the end of this. Now only on to stage 2. Goodness. They'll build in the rest of the spine and the tailpiece. 3, we've got more plates to the back, plus those hip bones. So step 4, locate the left femur. I hope that's the left, and the right femur. They're looking pretty good off the instructions if you really look. I had got the legs switched on that one, but once I noticed, it was pretty obvious. And for front leggings, and a neck and head for final construction. Oh, that's tight. And then spend some more time flipping those back femurs around, moving them backwards and forward again. Also, front posts, they might have skull and so where to go after forward. Get those hinges right on the lower legs.
At TJ Maxx, you can afford to turn your closet into a place of endless expression. Quality,
Look how enormous I hope they were built for a little bit. Certainly, if this was something. Now, look at that. This is certainly wrong on this pad there. Or display your museum fossil. Wait, what? Is this impossible ultra rare? Oh, no, it's not. But maybe it is. On the table today at Squirrel Stampede, do you want to build a dinosaur with us?
You've got a lot of nerve coming back to the table, Tyrannosaurus.
We're back with Jurassic World Floppy Snaptastic Dinosaurs with the second Terra Adventure series.
Oh, that's right. We built these guys.
We have to collect 12 of these Blockies eggs if we want to find the ultra-rare Indominus Rex and or Mosasaurus.
Or, instead of building them, we can pull them.
Also, if we collect enough of these things, we will be rewarded with a combo and maybe I'll see fossilized Triceratops museum grade model. Are you an ultra rare? Are you an ultra rare? Are you an ultra rare? Oh, you are a squirrel. So let's go fossil hunting today and collect us some amazing Blockies dinosaur builds.
Here, the T-Rex. If you jump all these Jurassic World vehicles, I'll give you the ultra-rare treatment. Ooh, Rex. You gotta stick the landing for the ultra-rare. Please, Swart.
Smart return.
And Squirrel Line.
Let's grab our first egg and see if we can pull the impossible ultra-rare Mosasaurus. And real Blockies fans, of course, collect all the estimates. And let's see how fast you can identify this from the spillage of pieces. I spy with my little squirrel eye the tank, the Ankylosaurus. This series is only giving us paper instructions, no cards. Bummer. And it must be Monday morning because it took me so much longer to construct this than I thought. Don't look at the outtakes. I did pretty much everything you're not supposed to do in building a Blockies. I forgot to put the posts inside, I got the whole shell backwards, the legs on the wrong side, the tail on the wrong side, head on the wrong side. Got my fingers crushed, but in the end, we've got a beautiful Ankylosaurus. Now remember, these builds are only $2.99, so they're going to be pretty simplistic in paint and apps. They give you a dino eye and feet, and the rest is pretty much a solid color of plastic, but tell you what, it's pretty tremendous for being the price point it is. I mean, look at that awesome armored sculpt back there. Very, very spiny. What? Let's try another identify from the piece of Triceratops fossil. But you're rude.
ready to upgrade your bathroom? See what's trending now on Wayfair. Like lighting from $25, tiles from $5.
Head. What if we were to build the full fossil without the head? That would be awful. So we got the head. Also, Blockies like to throw in some coins. There's this series, Jurassic World coin, and a Blockies logo on the back. Pretty good, pretty good. Our next egg we pulled. It's a Mosasaurus, alright, but can it be identified as the ultra super impossible rare? I don't believe so. There are 3 possible to find Mosasauri in this collection. 1 impossible, ultra rare, splashy splashy, 1 out of 144, 5 out of 144 in gray, 1 out of 24 in blue, I think. Anyhow, she's still beautiful. We'll put her together. I believe all these flippers are the same piece. Even though it's the impossible rare Mosasaurus, I still think this one's terrific. She's got good color, even though it's just 1 of blue. I feel like I see other blues in there. I almost feel like I pretendly see a gradient. Keep an eye on those chompers, too. And she's pretty big compared to most of these blockies, over 5 inches in length, with plenty of swimming points to move around in the core body, a point of articulation, and one back here by the tail, and then the tail itself has a point to flip back and forth, along with all the little tiny flippers and opening jaw mouth. So I'm very much pleased with the Mosasaurus of this Terra adventure. And so we have more pieces of our trike fossil build, but we're going to need more to get these 2 placed together. I need another half of rib cage, and I need to figure out what's happened to my hands. Let's just keep them safely in this bin for now, while we pull our next egg. Found the Mosasaurus, but have we found the Indominus Rex? Tranquil and Blue. Did we unlock another mouthwash dinosaur? Or is this a secret communique paid to the Jedi Order?
It's the Jedi Parasaurolophus. Contacting Master Yoda. Order 66. Make us go extinct.
And it's mouthwash the Parasaurolophus. There's something really interesting and intriguing with these hologram dinosaurs. Pretty well done with the stance and scale of this one. I like the body shape of the Parasaurolophus. I'm saying it so well today. I'm actually saying it correctly. Most of the time I always throw in an extra Lopidopsis. Plenty of great articulation too. Moving head, and then these front legs have a little hinge at the elbow point. You can have him hunch or stand upon his back hind legs. It's just a really beautiful looking hologram. And I believe if you're not into the hologram, over on the box there should be a secondary option of a non-hologram Alophus. Plus, if you collected Series 1, that is not Series 1, we now have 2 Holosaurs. Last time we had the Holosaurus Spinogram. And moving on to our next Squirrelisaur. It's not all dinosaurs. I wonder if we'll get a vehicle soon. Great Hammond's Beer. What is it? It be the gates of Jurassic World. What a find! What a find! This is why Blockies is my favorite toy right now. All the little details. Aw, it's so adorable. Landry, you got your fat squirrel guts stuck in the door now. Great. With these openings, it almost looks like this model is ready for future expansion, I wonder. It's a nice little title block piece for this collection. They didn't really have that in the first series, so it's welcome. Well, with the gate and our next egg, we are now halfway through the collection. Lots of interesting dinos still to find. Who will ye get? Giant! It's the Brachiosaurus behemoth. Whoop! Don't get too close to the fire. And Brachiosaurus assembled. This one took a lot of attention to details. Luckily, we have gone through a few Brachiosauri on the channel before, Hammond collection and more, that we kind of had to have their orientation of their legs in our head. I may have even started wrong though, flipping the neck upside down, and it was really tight. If you got something wrong with Blockies, you usually know pretty well because it's not fitting together. And well, with this one, I think we're fitting together. So if the Mosasaurus was the longest, this one must now be the tallest, at approximately 4 inches in height. Although, look at that. I think the Brachio has just a 1/4 inch over the Mosasaurus, maybe. They picked a nice gray elephant color with this one too. The light bounces pretty well for one color. I often see more just by the way the shadowing interacts with these dinosaurs. And continuing on with plenty of points of articulation, closed jaw, rotating head, Huge neck hinging, lots of points at the hips and elbows of each leg and a tail. It is a triumphant find of this second Terra Adventure series. And now we move on to the second row. I can't believe this box was under $40 for all of the great dinosaur builds. I suppose blockies are like the Papa Murphys of dinosaur toys. Build it yourself. Now the real deal continues. Did we find them all? We're still looking for Indominus and some other great species. And what do we got here? What do we got? I believe it's a Velociraptor. Our second in series of a Velociraptor. The first series gave us this beauty in tan, and now we're going deep green. And whoa, a spine. That must be the spine to our trike, too. So even though we've seen this one before, it's quite welcome. We certainly want to build ourselves a Raptor pack. If they continue to make these in a variety of colors, we'll certainly have that pack. And there's enough articulation with these ones so that if you set them up in different positions, it'll feel like they're all different to one another. I think I need the other rib cage before I can really start assembling our trike. So we push on and continue to find some awesome blocky builds, Terra Adventure style. That. Oh, this could be the other Parasaurolophus build. What are these, though? Weird. This one is sort of my quiet favorite of the pack, like my secret favorite. Not usually the biggest fan of Parasaurolophus, but in this case, I just think it rocks. Or should I say, fossils. Leaf power. Energizing up to 100% longer lasting.
Life begins with
Oh, and this one they actually went with a little extra color for the Parasaurol. Kinda rare to use a secondary color, but in this case it really helps out. I wouldn't mind bird building this one either. Maybe it'll show up again in green. That would be great. And speaking of greats, Great Gatsby, what is this? Oh, you know what? These can go along with the Jurassic World gate, so there is room for future expansion. So they do lock in with one another, but I would think you would need a whole bunch of these to really do something. So for now, we'll just open up our gate though, and I think these just lock in somewhere inside. And now we've got an expansion of our gate. We could use a couple more of these. I hope one more of these dinosaurs have something so that we can start curving this wall. So much epicness to this pack. Who's our next dino? You know, we still haven't found the big one. Uh-oh. I think this one died in package. With much great sadness, it had been in package so long that it fossilized itself. Oh, that's too bad. I think it's another Brachiosaur, though. Sorry, old girl, we didn't make it to the party. And watch out for volcanoes. But it's still really fun to build a fossilized version of our favorite Brachiosaur. You know, this reminds me, our local zoo does something really mean to the giraffes. Inside the giraffe enclosure, they have a skeleton head of the giraffe. I know it's to teach kids, but guess what? Like, wouldn't that be terrifying? You're hanging out inside your pen, you're all happy, yay, I'm a giraffe, and then you look over and it's like, oh gosh, what happened to you, Rodney? No! So yeah, I don't know why they do it, and I hope they don't do that in Jurassic World. That's just me. Put the fossil in another room, not in the enclosure pen. We are prehistorically rocking this. Only 3 left. Who's it gonna be? Oh, there we go. The Indominus Rex found. And look at that. She's so evolved, she even started piecing herself together in package somehow. She's pre-assembled her legs for me and her torso. We'll have to tear that apart to get those pegs inside. Plus, she has the all-important other side of ribbing for our Triceratops build, so this is a great find. Oh, look at the beautiness of the shine. She's got like a metallic shine. I couldn't really tell what we were going to see off the box. It's so tiny. And there we have her done up in a shaded metallic, I believe. It gives off an interesting effect. There may be a secondary color in there too. Because of the shine and shadowing, I'm seeing more than one color, but I think it's kind of like a play on your eyes. It does have some extra mouth color there and an eye color. It's just a striking looking blocking figure. Really one of the best. And there we have her done up in a shaded metallic, I believe. It gives off an interesting effect. There may be a secondary color in there too. Because of the shine and shadowing, I'm seeing more than two model so that in this series of the second Terra adventure, maybe online. I haven't really seen them on Blocky's website yet, so maybe they will appear. So it's a pretty tricky thing to build this trike. Oh, and if you steady her right, you can place her onto this little museum stand. There is like a foot imprint on her driver's side back leg. There we go. She's kind of loose. She's gonna fall. The T-Rex we collected and built from the first series holds a little bit better onto that
Oh, Los Angeles. I came here to become someone. Started from the bottom.
We're spending the next 50 hours in this Cybertruck
Because
we're trying to beat the world record for the most amount of miles in full self-driving, which is 1,285.
You might think this is going to be easy, but we're not allowed to manually drive this car even 1 inch. If we do,
We start all over again.
what? Autopilot is far from perfect. We don't even know if the Cybertruck is capable of parking itself, so we can charge.
Oh, there we go. Let's take an exit. Oh, there's dirty car. Oh, no. Yeah, we're just gonna. Yeah, go get it. Yeah. You gotta buff out? Yeah, looks good. Oh, looks brand new. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're respectful in this parking lot. We're gonna take this and put it back to where she belongs. What was that big crime? We backed up into a shopping cart at the supercharger and ran into it and then sat on it.
That wasn't a hate crime. That was community service.
That's enough from you, Grok. I'm gonna stop you. You challenged me to break through 1,000 layers of your favorite movie and game, starting with...
Hello fellas, it's that time of the year I check upon board games and judge them and see if they're any better or worse. Well, you could say I'm just recycling old content again, since I already made that video, but a lot has changed in 1 year with board games. So let's compare them and see how they are doing now. So from June 16, when this video was last posted, Idle Titans released 12 new DLCs, new playable, and a whole new map. While the Isle, well, you guys know how slow they are, but nonetheless, we managed to get like 3 new playables, that being Rex, Strike, and Alof. So balance changes, and probably most importantly, the Elder system and some changes to the map. And you must be asking, wait, that's all? Yeah, that's it. All is really underwhelming and slow when it comes to updates. Visuals. Now let's go back to rating them. In terms of visuals, both games look good, but most people will say the Owl has better graphics, but like the saying goes, the beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So both games get a point since they are both good looking and each one has its own preference. Performance-wise, well, following next what me put out effort in the trophy system, but now thankfully it's back. I'll surprisingly
we traveled back through time. The mission was to save them before the cataclysm. But the jump failed. At first it was pure survival, hunt or be hunted. But then we learned to adapt. We realized they weren't just monsters, they could be allies. We earned their trust, and in return, they gave us the world. But this world is unforgiving. You evolve, or you perish. You build your strength, choose the right beast for the battle, and you take control. We didn't just survive the cataclysm, we became it. Dino Cataclysm. Survival. Download for free.
Hello, fellow Beta Titans enjoyers. Today it's a big time on the carnivores. So yeah, for the head slot effect of the poison damage. Another effect.
There is an entire world beneath the surface of the all the way down to central Baja California, and usually at depths from the surface to about 240 feet deep. But this is still shallow water. Even in the most light-filled, productive, crowded part of the ocean, you've got a fish whose skull mechanics are so specialized that paleontologists even compare them to extinct prehistoric fish. If things are already distrained in full sunlight, what happens? The light starts to slowly disappear. At about 650 feet, the sunlight zone ends and the blue gets darker and the normal colors of the color spectrum start to disappear. And as we drop past the thermocline, which is the transition layer separating the warm, well-mixed ecologic zone, we enter the cooler, stable, and dim waters, apparent fluid-filled dome over its skull. You can literally see straight through the top of its head, and inside that dome are its two bright green tubular eyes that look like they're staring straight upward through the ceiling of its skull. And the funny thing is that for years, scientists thought those eyes were fixed in place and that they could only look straight up, scanning for silhouettes against the faint light filtering down from the above. But in 2008, researchers watching live ROV footage discovered something insane. The eyes rotate. They found that the barrel-eyed eyes swivel forward like binoculars when the fish tilts its body upright to feed. For most of the time, the barrel eye hangs there horizontally, with its fins barely moving and eyes pointing straight up. They typically scan above for the shadow of jellyfish, siphonophores, small drifting animals out. Lines didn't even show it properly, and it cephalopod cousins. It has 8 webbed arms connected by a cloak of skin with 2 long retractable filaments hidden between them. But one of the most bizarre things about this specimen is its massive eyes. And proportionally, it has some of the largest eyes in the animal kingdom. On a 6-inch individual, the eyes can be up to nearly an inch wide. Since the species lives between about 2,000 and 3,000 feet deep, it needs split from other cephalopods millions of years before it was born. And this species really became real to me for the first time in 2024 while we were filming our alien shark show in Japan. We boarded a deep-sea long-lining vessel to study a variety of Japanese sharks. But what we found most shocking was the sheer number of bird-beak dogfish coming up on those lines. Shark after shark being hauled up from thousands of feet down, and I even caught one on my electric fishing reel that I brought from the US. Completely changes your perception of the midnight zone when you realize just how many sharks are actually living there. And it wasn't just the bird-beak dogfish, but Japanese velvet dogfish and others too. And then something happened that I simply will never forget. One of the females that was brought up was heavily pregnant, and the stress of capture caused her to give birth right there in the holding tank on deck. This was unbelievable. Never in my life did I think I would become a shark midwife. But the fact that we were able to join in on this otherwise shark fishing mission and actually save that shark, the pups, that was something that I will literally never. It's their livers for oil. So unfortunately, all of these sharks would have ended up being killed, but we were there and saving and researching whatever we could. And standing there, holding one of those sharks, you real shark.
Oh, I think we need these materials. Don't worry, I'm here. I feel itchy all over, sir.
Wow. Frilled sharks can open their jaws incredibly wide, allowing it to swallow prey that can be nearly half its own body size. And studies suggest it can actually curl its body and lunge forward almost like a snake striking. And in fact, my good buddy Dr. Dave Ebert actually got footage of this behavior when he was in Japan a while back. When you're standing inches away from one of these animals, literally holding it in your hand, it is an amazing looking creature. That's what makes the Midnight Zone so fascinating. In its own right, it's home to apex predators, sharks that have adapted over millions of years to pressure, cold, and total darkness. even this layer, as extreme as it is, still sits above something deeper, because once we pass about 13,000 feet, the seafloor drops away even further, and that's when we enter the abyssopelagic zone, the abyss. The name itself actually comes from the Greek word abyssos, which literally means bottomless. And honestly, when you're talking about this part of the ocean, that name actually fits it pretty well. From about 13,000, this is decades. And if you were scanning the sea, say, comes from those living cephalopods on Earth. Members of the Dumbo octopus hold trenches, deep fins on top of their head. And from an evolutionary point of view, it's a much more energy efficient way to keep out this most gelatinous, deepest living fish ever captured on the seafloor. Some individuals have been reported at depths of nearly 26,000 perfectly situated pressure. The floor, know very little about them because nearly all of our observations
Gorse, relatively small, awful creature. Gorses are intelligent and malicious. They also tend to... Oh! Let me just spawn it in the pit. Oh! You okay? Oh! Oh! Oh, I'm not a murderer! You alright? Oh, I think they're probably fine. Hello? Rat. Gorse can't hurt you. Can't even bother it. What are you gonna do? Nothing. Okay. Hang on. Oh boy. I'll let them work out their aggression. Okay, hey dude, at least you're not dead. Man, I'm so glad you're here. I'm worm staff. Oh. Wait, I can slam this against Andrews to repair them. Perfect. How you doing, everybody? Fine. Fine. Clank, 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 clank. You're fine, buddy. You're fine. Knock it up. Close to that, buddy. Just put your right foot in. You take your right foot out. That's too much blood! That's so much blood! That is so much blood! That is still too much blood! Why is there so much blood? Goodbye! This is an impossible amount of blood! This can't be! This is impossible! Ah! Put him in the pit. In the pit. And there you go. Goodbye. Stand up for yourself, buddy. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for yourself. Oh, okay. All right, you keep it up, man. You keep it up. You keep up the good work. All right, man. This is really something. Why did that do so much? What does it do to an android? Hello, worms. Yeah, they can't do nothing. Okay, it's gonna be the pit of worms. Go in the pit. Here we go. Here we go, buddy. Don't worry about a thing. Don't worry about a thing. Don't worry about a thing. So much blood. It's just impossible amount of blood. It's so much. It should not. No! Did you get out of there? You okay? You okay? You okay? Can I get you a med kit? Is there a med kit? Is there a med kit? Ooh, acid syringe. Adrenaline in the head.
He told Mom to send her prescription to Amazon Pharmacy. She didn't. All Mom had to do was use Amazon Pharmacy, and her meds would get delivered right to her door.
Oh! Hey! Yeah! I forgot about this. Bam! Damn! Oh. That seems even better than last time, unless it was just that cool before. Which maybe it was. Holy snooties. Alright, anyway. No. E. Yeah, there we go. Let's get you out of here. Alright, let's put a rowboat. Why does it have health?
There we go. Just keep going, man.
Oh my god, you monster. Do you also
It's crazy to... Spider. Hey, James. Yeah, long story. First I got bitten by a vampire. Then I got bitten by a werewolf. Then a radioactive spider. Then a cobra. So yeah, I kinda died. Good thing later a zombie bit me too. Oh dang. Thanks for the save, dude. Wow, I was just gonna say you got your braces removed. Oh yeah, haha, that too. By the way, are you gonna read that? My brain. This is the moment of truth, Annie. The smell is around 2100. Think about it, it's kinda bad, and oh my god, they're just... Back to the carrier. Enemy neutralized, the dog out earlier. Over this hill. Well, yeah, haven't seen it. Is it obvious? Hit me. By all means, take it, your majesty. Whatever, I'm out of here, really? Cause I could literally kill you with just mine. The jungle. Huh, isn't it obvious? Well, yeah, don't rule over anyone besides your own pride. Plus, this isn't a jungle, it's the grassland. Well, it's figurative, bird brain. It means that everyone admires me, because I'm the toughest animal around. Really? Cause I could literally kill you with just my nose. Meant, like, the most dangerous predator around. Wrong again, but... Just take the line. You're embarrassing yourself. Oh, I'm sorry. Were you gonna read this? By all means, take it, your majesty. Whatever, I'm out of here. Not because I'm scared of you. I just have to go do lion stuff. Sure thing, your highness. Safe travels, my liege. Well, you died, eh? Tell me, how? Do you know how things work around here? If not, please allow me to educate you for a damn second. My spines. My tail. My dangly neck flap thing. They are all superior. That these parts of mine are better than yours means that I'm in charge. Them's the lizard rules. Capish? So, what's with that smug ass look? Why don't you respond? Do you think you're better than me? Is that what this is about? Answer me, you scaly break. Answer me or I will shred you. I've never met anyone else who I felt so in tune with, and to think you've been right beside me this whole time. You understand me like no one else does. I think I love you. Ops. I guess that was our first kiss, wasn't it? How silly. But you know, it doesn't have to be our last kiss. I think this is the beginning of a beautiful relationship. Vehicle trouble? Yeah, my car's been acting weird. It moves all jerky when I try to steer, like it's fighting me the whole time. Also, it won't stop hissing at me and gobbling rat's hole. Well, sounds like a problem with the engine monitor. Might have to remove it. Here's your new dog. His name is Arguments. Oh boy, I can't wait to play with him. You wanna play, Arky? It's Arguments. And I don't play. I'm a noble Sicilian thinking hound, not a pup. I do not pursue a fleeting satisfaction, but a noble understanding. Leisure is a whirlpool that devours purpose. Oh, so you don't want to play fetch? Certainly not. I suppose I could endeavor Perhaps a single toss. What are you doing on my bed again? I'm not on your bed. I'm looking at you on my bed. No, you're not. You're so hairy, and then you get hair all over my bed. Then my bed is so hairy. I hate it. I hate it. I hear what you're saying. And, oh, nothing. I heard you. The end. Get off the bed or I'll get it. What? The squirt bottle. I had a really good time. Me too, babe. I'm gonna slip into something comfortable. Okay, babe. Hey bro, if you want to get to my woman, you're gonna have to go through me. Ha. You're on. I thought sunlight was deadly to vampires. Oh, it is, but not with this special sunscreen. SPF 5000, baby. Wait, I thought werewolves only turned in moonlight. Haha, dude, think about it. What exactly is moonlight? Well, the moon doesn't produce its own light. Moonlight is just reflected. Sunlight? No way. Yeah, it just takes sunlight. We just say the moon thing to mess with people. Oh, by the way, I think you missed a spot. Really? Where? Wait, but wouldn't that also mean? Dang it. Or, animals are so cute when they yawn. Yawning, worth a shot. Yawn. Or, absolutely not. Happy birthday, Emma. She should have a normal pet, like a cat or a dog. What's so wrong with a snake? It's a snake. That's what's wrong. How is she going to make friends with other little girls when her pet is a big slimy snake? They'll call her mean names, like, snake girl. Snake girl. That's the worst you could come up with. Kids are better at name calling. But why do I gotta be the one to tell her? Because you're the one who said she could get it. Irrelevant. Top. Sigh. Fine. But she's gonna be real sad about it. Later. Guys, I'm home. And I bought ice cream in case someone's feeling sad. Top. You're molding in a bigger cage. He has a name. It's Mr. Noodle. And it's not a cage. It's an enclosure. It's called Snackatopia. What? We can always tear it down. Besides, now Mr. Noodle has plenty of room. But that wasn't the plan, honey. In fact, there's probably enough room for 2 more snakes. No. Emma, your friend is coming over today. Well, some people... just hold him, dearest. Later. Okay, good. Hold him, dearest. Yes, mother. Hold him. Oh, hey, you're not slimy at all. Or, later. You like him? Otherwise I'd show you why I'm called that. A Furwithy show you why I'm called that. Oh, OG. Sutter. Boss. Why would free ride? Edgy, I kidnapped Steve. T-Bar, that I know because, little, turn with it, I saw it with my own, away foul monster. Oh no, gold. It hurts so very bad. Spare me. Diamonds? Seriously? Yeah, super effective. With this hair sample, my hounds will, yeah, so much safer.
Welcome to One State. The game's changed a lot over the last year. The city's been reborn and it's waiting. Check out the massive district overhaul and tons of new content.
Have you ever wondered what you would feel? Well, so first I want to see what this thing looks like when it goes off underwater. So I've got me a container here filled up with about 10 gallons of water. I have a new CO2 cartridge in it. And I'm just going to let it rip. All right, here we go. Oh, wow. That's a lot of pressure. And I'm going to be honest, had a little bit of recoil. The wasp, be kicking. So today I have several things to test the wasp against, even a ballistic dummy lab zombie torso. But we're going to start out with something simple. Let's see what happens when we stab and inject a 1 gallon water jug. Okay, first let's just kind of give it a little stab here. Go for the lower section. Oh, okay, I'm going to stab on the side. There we go. Oh, God. It's crazy. It blew the seams out in this thing. That is cool. And I am realizing right now in this moment that today is probably going to be a messy video. Up next, we are going to see what happens if we stab and inject an egg. I think I'm going to regret this one. First, let's see if we can get us a little stab here without, breaking the whole egg. Just kind of peck at it a little bit. There we go. Okay, making some progress here. I don't want to break the whole egg. I just want to make me a little spot here. Oh, okay. Broke it. Oh. All right. Here we go. Oh, no. Oh. Well, if you're an egg-sized sea predator, you want to mess with the walls. Oh, well. Hey, I got you can kind of see inside here, it kind of blew out a lot of that orange. Did a lot of damage to that thing. So I definitely think that if that was stabbed into a sea creature, you would create some tissue damage. But I don't think the tissue damage is what's going to do it. It is the rapid release of CO2 into the body that is doing the damage. Let's move on to something a little bit bigger, shall we? Up next, I have a cantaloupe, but I only have one. So I'm going to stick both wasp knives into this cantaloupe and let her rip. So stick this one in there. Oh, I think I may have went a little too deep. Now this one. Okay. This should be pretty cool. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay. I want to go ahead and say that 2 wasp injector knives are definitely better than 1.
Love your home, but hate repair bills? One breakdown could cost you hundreds or even thousands. Peace of mind starts with a home warranty from Cinch Home Services. Our repair plans cover major appliances and systems. So, if something breaks, you're covered. Millions of Americans have trusted Cinch Home Services for affordable plans and fast repairs. Love your home without the stress. Visit shopcinch.com/offer and get 30% off any plan. Terms apply.
Well, this dummy labs zombie torso. He is not an underwater sea predator, but I think he'll do. Alright, there are several places on this zombie torso that I want to stab and inject, but we're going to start out right here in his arm, because we have a nice big piece of gel here. I want to see what happens when this thing goes off. So, we're going to just kind of go up through here. And I say about right. Right there is good. So I feel like if I hit this button, it's going to want to shoot the knife out. So I'm going to apply pressure. And here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God. If it made that sound when I injected it into a shark, I may just die of laughter. Oh my God. If it made that sound when I injected it into a shark, I may just die of laughter. Okay, well, let's inspect our fork cavity here. We have, you can see quite a bit of space and tearing around that knife. And I think a lot of that compressed air came back out through the entrance hole. But now we're going to see what would happen if you stick it into somewhere where there is a cavity. Okay, the next section we're going for here is the belly. So I'm just going to kind of stick it in the side here. I'm gonna stick it all the way in. Oh, that's not going to be good. Okay, I'm going to step to the side here. I think we're about to get some green liquid on me in 3, 2, 1. Oh! Oh! Wow! Okay. That was way more effective than I thought it was going to be. I mean, he was pregnant there for a good little bit. Because still, you can see all of this through here where there was separation from the skin and all of these organs in there. That was a lot. That was a whole lot. And then you had a lot of spray on me. So judging from that, you know, when I see it, cantaloupe, stuff like that, that's one thing. But seeing that, I am very impressed with the wasp knife, and I really think that would probably take out a shark or something, for sure. I'm loaded up with another CO2 cartridge, and I'm very excited to see what happens next when I put this in between the zombie's ribs. So, let's see here. I'm going to go kind of right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm going to step to the side. 3, 2, 1. Oh! Oh! Wow! Okay. Yeah, this is a little more eventful than I thought it would be. I was expecting some sort of result, but that right there, that was quite a lot of data we collected. I'm loaded up with yet another CO2 cartridge, and we're kind of working our way up the zombie torso. First we were down here in the belly region, then the ribs. Well, now I'm going to go for the neck. So let's just kind of, I guess I'm just going to kind of go right here. Kind of, yeah. Let's see how far in are we? We're pretty far in. Let's get a little further. Alright. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh my God. Okay, not as eventful as the lower region, but I would say that if this was an actual zombie, probably would be a little more eventful for this area. Trust me, I know. Anyways, I think now we're going to need to go ahead and step it up to the very tippity top of the zombie torso. Actually, instead of using the zombie torso for our next stabbing, I'm going to use a Ballistic Dummy Labs Zombie Plus, since we're just focusing on the first, because I really don't want to, they're pretty tight. I really don't know how to hold this. You don't
They're fighting. Where's the keeper? What? The guerrillas are fighting again. And how many times do I got to tell you boys to not... No, I'm hungry, so I'm gonna eat this little fish. That's not fish. It's obviously a liver. And how exactly? Oh, wait. It was not. Here it is. Your 9 lives are up. No, this is good. If you want my soul, you will have to catch me first. You evil bastard. So be it. You shall not escape death. You'll die. Make it easy for you. If it keeps all there. Finally, simply. Jack, I don't care. If it takes all day, we are not leaving this field. Or what? Twitter. Hang on still. We need to leave. Do you not see the T-Rex? How did I not see them? I can't take my eyes off her. Wait, what? She's like an angel. You use Order, the Chaos Bringer, the Blue Hunter, the Beast of Destruction. Your people are sent entire platoons of soldiers to bring them right out of them, where they return with the ashes of their fallen comrades. Night after night, the warrior had to fight and fell slowly, so I ask you, what does everyone think me? Are you crying? I might mind Christmas and live on top of a freaking mountain in the middle of nowhere, but you people keep coming to my house and trying to kill me. Then you call me a monster. For what? Defended myself. Oh, wow. What's wrong? Listen, I can't find any mice in all this snow. You mean being able to spot prey from above his back and take us in this situation? Oh, how... Well then you worry about below me. I certainly won't stand, just because a little snow got in my way. It's okay. Well, I'll let you vent if my story. Good luck getting to me. Okay. The heck was that? God. Well, that's it. I'm lost. I never should have wandered so far away from her. What was I thinking? I can't survive this weather. I wonder how far away home is. It's impossible to tell through all this snow. It could be miles away. Days away. Aren't they out there? I wonder what my owner will do when she realizes I miss her so much. Please forgive me. Mate, you do this. Coming out of the snow. It's lunchtime. Princess, I'm here to rescue you from this dreadful snow. I do. But, wait. How did you manage to sleep? I didn't. I snuck past the beast as it screamed. So, we must both be quiet in order to... Spare me. I beg of you. I'm Clarence. What up right with you? Oh, you must be the new guy. Sorry, guy. I don't play. You don't. No. I mean that friend of Peter, though. They'd definitely be interested. Oh. Do you think they'll like me? Well, I'm positive they'll just love you. Yeah, here I go. Have fun. Now, order. Finish her off with a novel ring attack. The master, novel type attacks are ineffective against child type creatures. She's got only a few HP. It will be enough. Double breakfast. You underestimate our weaknesses. Little help. Use power. Deflect the attack with a psychic shield. A bloody complaint. Made specifically for large dogs. They somehow got the refining science. I know, but I'll try. What if people ate spiders inject their brain ingested then they somehow got the refining science. And you stop slurping or chewing. Life insurance. Its tiny rodents have ridiculous mortality. Because of this, we must constantly eat all they will die. They may eat up to 3 times their body weight in a single day. You can't eat on fries. Snake's flower jaw is connected to the skull with flexible tissue, which allows them to swallow prey much larger than their own heads. And, don't you dare. I told you to say some for me. I'm sorry, you say something. Catfish, wildlife fish will eat with their hands. They can also absorb nutrients through their skin. Oh, this is awesome. I can fly. It may be different. Change that. Change that. It's all changed now. I didn't know how to. That's enough. I'm thinking of different use. I'm packing my bags and moving to the other side of the world, where I won't have to deal with your harassment ever again. That is, as soon as I get a credit card, and plane tickets, and a passport. But I'll be back with those soon, and then I'm totally out of here. Don't touch my suitcase. Later, on the other side of the world. It is time. You cannot avoid this any longer. I'm still speaking, but I've been working out for a year. You're a skeleton, you idiot. You literally have no muscle to build. Oh, right. You cannot be that stupid. But what if I? No, surely I couldn't just. Sorry in advance for that. Join me. Oh, yeah, baby. Seriously. So relax. You were gonna get shot by hunters next week anyway. Hey guys, what's happening? Can I help? No. Get lost. You see something. 8-legged fruit. Creepy. Seriously, she's so ugly it's scary. Hope I never have to see her face again. Creepy. So ugly. Creepy. They don't want to look at me, but I don't want to look at you either. Why, there's a friendly looking owl. Perhaps he can help me find Miles' brother. Hello, Mr. Owl, sir. Have you seen my brother?